Hello, everybody. We are talking about Jupiter debilitation, and this is part of the Debilitated Planets Masterclass. We are also experiencing Jupiter debilitated by transit in 2020 and 21. So, this is a very important time to learn about the debilitation of Jupiter. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking about debilitated Jupiter as part of the Debilitated Planets Masterclass. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. Talking about Jupiter. Jupiter debilitation comes once every 12 years. And when it comes, it will stay for 1 year. Sometimes it will not be the whole year consecutively, because like in 2021, Jupiter comes into Capricorn, retrogrades out, then goes back into Capricorn. Then in 21, it will go straight into Aquarius, retrograde back out of Aquarius, back to Capricorn. So you may get 3 sections like you're getting this time. But if Jupiter is debilitated in your chart, it means that you have Jupiter in Capricorn. And again, I have to tell you that don't just look at your Rashi position of Jupiter. Do go and check Shadbal, Ashtaka Varga, Vimshopak. All these things matter. What is the real strength of Jupiter and Capricorn? I always look at in my classes when I'm looking at students' charts, I see this very important. Recently, I was teaching Ashtaka Varga, and one of my students, Jupiter and Capricorn, but she had 7 Bhinna Ashtaka Varga, so special points out of 8. So that is not a weak Jupiter. And in all the other classifications also, it was strong. So Capricorn can make you very practical. And you see, Jupiter was the guru. Guru was never meant to be practical. He was supposed to do the rituals. He was supposed to give advice. He was not concerned about money. He was only concerned about spiritual things. And when you see the houses that Jupiter gets debilitated for Sagittarius and Pisces, it is giving you a clear indication why it is those houses that are the weakness for Sagittarius and Pisces. So for Sagittarius, second house Jupiter will be in Capricorn. That means you're more money-minded, less of giving to people and doing ritual, and more concerned about maybe also practical things in life. But money, second house is Dhana Bhava, house of wealth. So Jupiter goes there. For Sagittarius, it gets debilitated. So what they're telling you, that's not an area that you should be considering. Secondly, 11th house for Pisces, it is debilitated in Pisces. It is money again, profiting from life. And as a great guru, you're not supposed to take money. A lot of the great organizations and spiritual teachers, organization is Capricorn, but spiritual teachers, the real great ones, they never take money. You can give dakshina, you can give donation, but they will not ask for donation. So there has to be, and I'm talking about high spiritual people. If you're working and you're advising people, you have to live a life as well. So that is okay. But those 2 houses will tell you that I would say they have to add one more thing to this, is that you should not sell your soul for money. If you are earning to make a living, that's okay. But you should not compromise so much that financially then you are stuck in a situation, and that is not good. So that is one important aspect. Jupiter Capricorn is much more practical, thinking about practical things and organizing things, and not always just living in that space of just everything will be fine. They're more glass half empty. But I have not seen that Jupiter in Capricorn is any less spiritual. Jupiter in Capricorn can be very highly spiritual. Only thing is that a little dust has collected over the mirror, that is Jupiter, the light, that is Guru. So you have to do the purification. On a soul level, when any planet comes to Capricorn, it has to take responsibility for its karma. It has to think about paying back the old karma. If you're not thinking about that and creating more karma for yourself, creating more problems for yourself, then it becomes a difficult energy for you. But if you're thinking about how can I give back to society, do something positive with my life, then that Jupiter is starts flourishing. You see, when you're doing the remedies for Jupiter, that is very important. As I said, it's a rare transit, so it's not happens every year. It is once every 12 years. Now, Jupiter's debilitated at 5 degrees of Capricorn. This is the second pada of Capricorn, but the third pada of Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Now, Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra is a very ascetic and hard bed type of nakshatra. You know, it's a yogi nakshatra. So Jupiter and Capricorn can be very yogi type of people. They can withdraw and become ascetic as well. The pada is Aquarius. So Aquarius is very much alternative, looking outside the box, not always thinking about themselves. So this Jupiter and Capricorn may be doing ritual and spiritual things and advising, but they are doing for purification of self. So that, and there is a sort of ascetic nature, even though you may be living a worldly life. Over time, you will see that you may develop an ascetic nature as well. One of the things that Jupiter and Capricorn have to be very careful is that they should not always think that the glass is half empty, because Jupiter gives easily and he'll give you without any demand or anything. But Jupiter and Capricorn, if it is in the extreme level, can become very demanding of you and make you think you don't have enough, you should be having more. And you can push yourself towards more material things. Whereas actually you have to think about it that this is a purification energy and to be careful about it. As far as health is concerned, Jupiter represents liver. So that is an area, if you have Jupiter and Capricorn, then to be careful about it. Each planet has a particular body part. It's not necessary that you'll get affected on that part, but that is a weakness, you can say, that is there in your chart. So therefore, just to be conscious of it. If you get Jupiter dasha or bhukti, then that is important. Now, cancellation of debilitation for Jupiter, Saturn will create a cancellation. At present, Jupiter, Saturn are together. So Jupiter is no longer, it has a cancellation of debilitation. That means weakness exists, but you can change it. But Mars also can cancel the debilitation because Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And Moon can also cancel if Moon is in its own sign or exalted, because, and if Jupiter is in exalted Navamsha, it will go during its Capricorn phase, it will go into exalted Navamsha. So there are many cancellations. I find 90% of the time the planet gets cancellation. And think of the cancellation that you have a problem, but you can fix it. So don't think that it is got fixed. It is a problem if you have a planet that is debilitated, but if you don't do anything about it, then it is going to become worse. But if you're looking after yourself, taking care and doing some remedies, then that is good. Now, as far as transit Jupiter and Capricorn, as I said, it happens once every 12 years. And last time Jupiter in Capricorn was in about 12 years, 2008. This whole financial crisis happened 2007, 8. Jupiter was in Sagittarius, then it went to Capricorn. So Capricorn is the fixer, organizes everything, puts restrictions. So Jupiter can feel restricted in Capricorn, but that aspect is there. And now also with the Sagittarius, the crisis happened and everything went so global because Jupiter is expansive in its own sign, but it's restrictive in Capricorn. So Capricorn, you'll see some restrictions being imposed. You've already seen we are all under some restrictive orders. But in 2008, 2009, when it was, then the restrictive orders were more about our money and finances, whereas now there are other issues as well, and finances as well. But discipline is really good for Jupiter and Capricorn, and to be realistic about life. That is the aspect of by transit. And of course, as a transit Jupiter in Capricorn, if you are Sagittarius or Pisces, then that transit means that your health can be vulnerable. So you're taking good care of yourself during that time and being extra conscious about it. So what are the remedies one can do about Jupiter and Capricorn? One of the things I've noticed is that Jupiter and Capricorn sometimes don't respect their gurus. So, respect knowledge, not just your guru, but the higher guru. I always feel that we should not deify humans. We have to think about the higher guru. The humans can have weaknesses, but sometimes I've noticed that you are seeking the guru, but you don't feel satisfied with one. You go to the next, and that is not good for Jupiter and Capricorn. Honor who you have, and even if you move on, don't talk against them. Just be conscious and honor the whole concept of wisdom, knowledge that is coming from thousands of years. Then, as far as I said, be realistic. Think about the glass half full, not half empty. Don't talk yourself into that my life is miserable, I'm not happy, because Jupiter is also Sukha Karaka. So Jupiter and Capricorn can make you feel sometimes there's less, and certainly do things to purify, give donation, give back to society, do remedies. The deity for Jupiter is Brahma, but we don't worship Brahma. So you could think about Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu or your own deity. But think about purification, purifying yourself, your thinking, slowly. Don't think I have to do everything in one go. But that would be the best thing. All the best. Do remember to subscribe. Thank you very much.